My child, I love you. These three words are not spoken casually or without depth of meaning. Let me explain to you the magnitude of what I am declaring when I speak these words to you. When I say I love you, I am not making a superficial statement based on fleeting emotions or temporary feelings. I am expressing an eternal, unconditional, unchanging affection that existed before time began and will continue after time ends. Before the mountains were formed, before the oceans filled their beds, before the first ray of sunlight touched the earth, before angels sang their first songs of worship, I loved you. My love for you is not a recent development or a response to something you did to earn it. It is ancient, primordial, foundational to reality itself. This love transcends human understanding because it operates on principles completely foreign to human experience. Human love, even at its best, is conditional. People love you when you are lovable, when you meet their needs, when you fulfill their expectations, when you make them happy. But when you fail, disappoint, hurt, or frustrate them, their love wavers, weakens, sometimes disappears altogether. But my love is not like that. My love does not depend on your performance, your achievements, your success, or your failure. It does not fluctuate based on your behavior, increase when you are good and decrease when you are bad. It remains constant, steady, unwavering regardless of what you do or do not do. This is hard for you to grasp because you have never experienced anything like it in the human realm. Every love you have known has had conditions attached, strings connected, requirements demanded. But my love is pure gift, freely given, no strings attached, no conditions imposed, no requirements demanded. Let me explain to you the nature of this covenant love, this agape love, this divine love that forms the foundation of our relationship. This is not merely emotional affection that comes and goes with feelings. This is not simple fondness that depends on circumstances. This is covenant love, steadfast love. He said love as it is called in the ancient language of my people. It is the kind of love that makes and keeps promises regardless of cost. It is the love that enters into binding relationship and refuses to break that bond regardless of how the other party behaves. When I made covenant with Abraham, I bound myself to him and his descendants forever. I swore by my own name because there is no higher authority by which to swear. I pledged my character, my reputation, my very nature as guarantee that I would keep my word. And nothing Abraham did or did not do could break that covenant because it was not based on his faithfulness but on mine. When I established my covenant with Israel at Mount Sinai, I knew before I spoke the words that they would break their side of the agreement. I saw their future failures, their repeated rebellions, their continual turning away from me. Yet I still made the covenant because my love is not deterred by your failures. My commitment is not canceled by your unfaithfulness. My promises are not voided by your weakness. This same covenant love is what I offer to you today. When I gave my son to die for you, I was making the ultimate covenant commitment. I was saying in the clearest possible way that nothing will separate me from you. Not your sin, not your failure, not your rebellion, not your weakness, not your doubt, not your fear, not anything you can do or fail to do. I have bound myself to you by blood, by sacrifice, by the giving of my most precious treasure. And this bond cannot be broken from your side. You cannot sin badly enough to make me stop loving you. You cannot fail frequently enough to exhaust my patience. You cannot wander far enough to escape my pursuit. This is the love that forms the bedrock of your identity. You are not loved because you are valuable. You are valuable because you are loved. Your worth is not determined by your performance, but by my choice to set my affection on you. Before you achieved anything, before you proved anything, before you earned anything, I loved you. And that love establishes your value more firmly than any accomplishment ever could. This is why you can rest. This is why you can stop striving. This is why you can cease the endless effort to prove yourself, to earn approval, to demonstrate worthiness. You already have what you are working so hard to earn. You already possess what you are struggling so desperately to achieve. My love is already yours, freely given, completely unearned, totally undeserved, absolutely irrevocable. Receive it. Stop trying to earn what is already yours. Stop working for what has already been given. Stop striving for what you already possess. Just receive it. Open your hands. Open your heart. Open your life. And let this love flood into every empty place, every wounded place, every broken place, every fearful place. Let it fill you, heal you, restore you, transform you. Because this is not just love that accepts you as you are. This is love that transforms you into who you were created to be. This is love that sees not only who you are now, but who you will become. This is love that believes in you when you do not believe in yourself, that sees potential in you when you see only failure, that envisions a future for you when you see only past mistakes. I love you with transforming love that makes you new, that recreates you from the inside out, that reshapes you into my image. And this transformation happens not through pressure or force, but through love. As you experience being truly loved, unconditionally accepted, completely embraced, you naturally change. You become more loving because you are loved. You become more patient because you have experienced my patience. You become more kind because you have received my kindness. You become more forgiving because you have been forgiven. Love transforms you in ways that law never could, that rules never can, that requirements never will. So rest in this love. Stop trying to earn it. Stop working for it. Stop proving yourself worthy of it. Just rest in the reality that you are loved with everlasting love, with covenant love, with faithful love, that will never let you go. This love existed before you were born, before your parents conceived you, before your grandparents were born, before your ancestors walked the earth. I loved you. I knew you by name. I saw your face. I heard your voice. I understood your personality, your struggles, your dreams, your fears. And I loved you then just as much as I love you now. Time does not change my love because my love exists outside of time. It is eternal in both directions, stretching back into the infinite past and forward into the endless future. You cannot trace it to a beginning point because it has no beginning. You cannot project an end point because it will never end. My love for you will outlast the universe itself. When the stars burn out and the galaxies collapse and time itself ceases to exist, my love for you will still be burning bright, still surrounding you, still sustaining you, still delighting in you. This love is not based on your performance, your achievements, your worthiness, or your perfection. It is rooted in my character, my nature, my essence. I am love, and therefore I cannot help but love you completely, fully, perfectly. I like telling you this, and I know you need to hear it. Your soul craves this affirmation, like your body craves food and water. You were created to receive love, to experience being cherished, to know you are valued. In a world that constantly judges, criticizes, rejects, and abandons, you need to hear from me that you are loved without condition, without reservation, without limits. And today I will tell you again in many ways. I will speak it through my word. I will demonstrate it through my actions. I will prove it through my provision. I will show it through circumstances. I will whisper it through my spirit. I will display it through creation. I will manifest it through people I send across your path. Look for my love today in every moment, in every situation, in every interaction. It is there, constant and faithful, waiting to be received. Write in the comments your prayer request, because here I am, listening to every word that comes from your heart and ready to work great miracles in your life. I am bringing you peace and tranquility and returning to your soul that sensitivity you have had. You already know it. I have always spoken to you. You have felt it. And I like to show you with small details that I am mindful of you. I am pleased to see that smile on your face when you realize that I am there next to you, and that I sent you something beautiful and interesting so you would remember me. That little flower, that lovely little bird, the rain that caresses your hair, the little wind that touches your face and gives you new strength, a spark of joy. I love you so much that I will continue trying to make you feel secure in my love, and that although life becomes agitated around you and people run here and there full of worries, you will continue firm and forward with great security in everything you do. Your ground does not sink. Your hope grows. Even when everyone around you no longer has the desire to continue fighting, you stand up and keep moving forward. You take a time of rest in my presence. You renew your strength, but you get up again and keep walking. Look at yourself and appreciate this strength you have. You were born strong. You are very brave, holding my hand, and with that faith you have, you will see amazing miracles. Your family is also blessed. Your attitude motivates many people, although some are not encouraged to tell you that they feel very motivated when they see you, especially in those moments of struggle and opposition. When you face unexpected problems, they see that spirit with which you face life, and they know where your strength comes from. Continue as you're going. Keep believing. Do not go back. You have built a life full of faith and a beautiful home. Keep asking me in prayer for those people in your family who still do not want to change their way of being, their way of speaking, and their faith. Do not worry. Do not be distressed. I am touching their hearts. Continue filling yourself with my word every day. Allow me to write my promises on your heart, and always when you wake up each morning you can expect more signs of love and affection. Little daughter, little son, I love you. I am with you for eternity. Today I come to give you peace and tranquility. I saw that yesterday you were crying because of that situation that you and I know about. I was there in the room with you. I saw every tear that fell from your eyes. I heard every word you spoke through your sobs. I felt every wave of pain that washed over your heart. You were not alone in your suffering, though it felt that way. I was present, surrounding you with my compassion, holding you in my invisible arms, grieving with you over what has caused you such distress. But I come to remind you that here I am attentive. My attention never wavers. I am not distracted by the billions of other people in the world. I am not too busy with cosmic matters to notice your personal pain. I am fully present with you, completely focused on you, entirely devoted to your well-being. Not a single hair from your head falls to the ground if it is not by my will. This means I am involved in even the smallest details of your life. Nothing happens to you by accident or random chance. Everything passes through my hands first. I either cause it or allow it, and if I allow it, I have already prepared the way for you to overcome it. So today I confirm to you that you will come out with your head held high and with victory in your hands from that test you think you cannot bear. This situation that feels overwhelming, this problem that seems insurmountable, this challenge that appears impossible, you will not only survive it, you will triumph over it. You will not merely endure it, you will conquer it. You will not just get through it barely alive. You will emerge from it stronger, wiser, more faith-filled than ever before. The victory is already secured. The outcome is already determined. The end result is already guaranteed. Now you must walk through the process with faith, trusting that what I have promised will certainly come to pass. I come to remove that burden from your back, but first I will give you the strength you ask of me, and I will make you feel my incomparable love, so that your spirit does not fail and your faith does not faint. Open the doors of your soul. Let my word enter freely and transform every fiber of your being. I know you have gone through some difficult days. You have felt overwhelmed. The weight of responsibility has pressed down on your shoulders. The burden of worry has kept you awake at night. The pressure of circumstances has squeezed the joy from your heart. You have felt like you are carrying more than you can handle, bearing more than you have strength for, enduring more than you can survive. I see all of this. I understand completely. I am not minimizing your struggle or dismissing your pain. So you just open your heart and receive my message. Stop trying to be strong. Stop pretending everything is fine. Stop putting on a brave face for everyone else. Just be honest with me about how you really feel. Open your heart wide and let my words pour in like healing oil, like soothing water, like comforting light. Right now, I will increase your strength and multiply your years. I am not just giving you enough strength to barely make it through today. I am infusing you with supernatural power that will energize your body, renew your mind, refresh your spirit. You will feel vitality returning to places that felt dead. You will sense hope rising in areas that felt hopeless. You will experience peace settling over situations that felt chaotic. And I am extending your life, adding years to your days, giving you time to accomplish everything I have planned for you, ensuring you live long enough to see my promises fulfilled. I also want every day when you open your eyes to feel sheltered by a divine happiness that infuses you with strength, that clears your doubts, that fills you with peace and helps you think about all the beautiful blessings you will receive today. Imagine waking up not with dread but with anticipation. Picture opening your eyes not to worry but to wonder. Envision starting your day not with anxiety but with excitement. This is what I want for you. Not occasionally, not sometimes, but every single morning without exception. A joy that is rooted not in your circumstances, but in my presence. A happiness that flows not from what is happening around you, but from who is living within you. A delight that comes not from having everything you want, but from knowing you have me. And I am everything you need. I want to give you the ability to face life with courage, and to learn to trust in my desires to bless you. Do not fear. I do not come to ask you for or to take from you. I do not ask you for money to give you my love, which is free. Nor do I demand a percentage of your salary to give you my affection. Why would I want your material goods? I am the owner of heaven and earth, of gold and diamonds. Woe to those who think that they flatter me and impress me with their gigantic gifts. But if you insist and want to give me something, then give me thanks. I want your gratitude and your loyalty. Give me the first place in your life and in your home. May this word you hear also fill your house and your room. May everyone hear my voice while I speak to them of my sweet love. Give me your life, your heart. Let your eyes look down these paths that lead you to blessing. Never turn away from me. Turn away from lies and evil, and I will give you the best. I will surround you with abundance, provision, health, and strength. If you dare to go against the current and decide not to please this world of falsehood, you are choosing a path that few have the courage to walk. The world system pressures everyone to conform, to fit in, to go along with what is popular and accepted. It demands that you compromise your convictions, water down your faith, silence your testimony, hide your relationship with me. It wants you to blend into the crowd, to be just like everyone else, to not stand out or make waves. But I am calling you to something different, something higher, something better. I am inviting you to swim against the stream, to resist the pull of culture, to stand firm when others are swept away. This will cost you something. You will face ridicule, opposition, misunderstanding. People will question your sanity, mock your beliefs, distance themselves from you. But the reward far outweighs the cost. If you open your heart to my truth, I will be your way. You will no longer wander aimlessly through life trying to figure out which direction to go. I will be the path beneath your feet, clearly marked, perfectly safe, leading you exactly where you need to go. I will be your peace. When chaos swirls around you and turmoil threatens to overwhelm you, you will have a deep, settled tranquility that passes all understanding. This peace does not come from having no problems, but from knowing that I am bigger than all your problems. I will be your shepherd. I will lead you to green pastures where your soul can rest. I will guide you beside still waters where your spirit can be refreshed. I will protect you from predators who want to devour you. I will search for you when you wander. I will carry you when you cannot walk. I will be your Lord, not a distant deity who issues commands from afar, but an involved leader who walks beside you, who knows your name, who cares about every detail of your life, who uses all my resources for your benefit. My word will always be the light for your path. In a world full of darkness, confusion, and deception, you need reliable illumination. My word provides that light. It shows you where to step, what to avoid, how to proceed. It reveals truth in the midst of lies, wisdom in the face of foolishness, direction when you feel lost. Read it daily. Meditate on it constantly. Hide it in your heart faithfully. I will reveal to you where the dangers are hidden. Not all threats are obvious. Some dangers look appealing, some traps appear attractive, some enemies disguise themselves as friends. But my spirit will give you discernment to recognize what is harmful even when it looks harmless, to sense danger even when others see none, to avoid pitfalls that would destroy those who lack spiritual sensitivity. I will leave your enemies ashamed. Those who plot against you will be embarrassed when their schemes fail. Those who speak against you will be silenced when my favor is evident on your life. Those who predict your downfall will be humiliated when you rise higher than ever. Not because you seek revenge, but because my vindication of you displays my faithfulness to all who trust me. You fear nothing. This is not bravado or false confidence. This is settled assurance that with me on your side, no enemy can ultimately prevail against you. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No scheme devised against you will succeed. No attack launched against you will accomplish its purpose. You can do everything because my spirit strengthens you. Not in your own power, which is limited. Not through your own ability, which is insufficient. But through my spirit who lives in you, who empowers you beyond your natural capacity, who enables you to accomplish what you could never accomplish alone, who makes the impossible possible, the undoable doable, the unachievable achievable. I will bless you, and many times I will tell you so you never forget it. And when affliction comes, the first reaction you have will be of a beautiful emotion, born in your sincere faith, because your soul already feels very secure in my protection. You will know very well that problems do not come to destroy you, nor can the battles of this life strip you of the truth. You are daughter. You are son of your Father, Almighty God, Creator of the universe. I will not tire of speaking to you. At the hour I want, I will knock on the window of your soul. Even in the early hours I will whisper in your ears with this holy voice that makes the fibers of your being vibrate. You will come thirsty to immerse yourself in the spiritual river. You will drink from the fountains of heavenly water. You will eat of the eternal word. You will never be hungry or thirsty. Your soul will feel satisfied, and you will not need the destructive vices and bad habits of this world to have some joy in your life, because I will be your happiness, the fire that burns in your heart and drives you forward for more. This year I will reveal to you the things that are to come. I will speak to you of the future, of the blessing that awaits you, the transformation of your way of thinking and your character, even your desires, your longings, your plans, everything you think and say. I will take it with my hands, and I will put it in one place within my will, so that every step you take, you do with faith toward the land of the supernatural. I am your light and your salvation. You will fear no one or anything. I am the strength of your life. You are not a loser or a coward. You are stronger than you think. In my holy name, you will overcome. Tell me you believe it, and tomorrow get up with faith. Move forward with decision that my angels go with you. Have no fear. Prepare for victory, my champion. Receive my blessing. Listen with your heart to my voice, and feel how you are filled with happiness when you hear me tell you how much I love you. Today, I will show you once more. The miracle you thought impossible you will receive. Your enemies will leave. Your emotions will return to a new normalcy. Your conscience will be clean and calm. Tonight when you sleep, you will be able to rest with the security that your life is in my hands. You no longer have to be prey to fear or live in desperation. My blessing is life, my forgiveness is health. The purity of my word in your soul cleanses all bad character and attitude. You are beginning to see everything from a divine point of view. From today you will see everything good and positive in things, and you will reject every negative thought. You will fill your interior with new phrases, with verses of faith and beautiful promises. Recognize, please, that I love you and I treat you very well. If I were angry with you, I would not be telling you about the blessings I am going to bring. The enemy has deceived humanity, and many think they are destined to live in error and garbage. Do they not believe that for them too there is love, affection, and tenderness? A healthy and good hug that consoles them with love. They think they are alone and die in despair. But I am with you, and I ask you to take this message to everyone who needs me. In such a way I have loved every human being so that everyone who believes in me does not perish forever in darkness, but has life by my side for eternity. But here on earth they will also receive their inheritance. I have put you in the right time and place so that you rise, fight, make an effort and overcome, so that every chain breaks, and you understand that I give you the power to be free from all slavery. I have forgiven your faults, and now you can receive my blessing despite the problems in your house or the conflicts you see in your finances. I know that you long to be free from those problems and live full of provision and abundance. Do you want to see more happiness, blessing, and hope? When doubt comes, reject it and tell it, I want to see more protection, affection, love, joy, health, and prosperity. And believe it very seriously, because it will be so. That provision you were waiting for is going to arrive. No one will be able to shame you. I am going to provide for you. I come to help you. I want to strengthen you. Feel on your lips those words of encouragement that you will speak from today. If things are going wrong, do not fear. If you receive news you did not want to hear, do not lose your peace or your tranquility. I love you and you know it. Your life is in my hands. My peace I gave you. My peace you have. Like a pure and tender white dove, it has landed on your shoulder. It is filling you with stillness and calm. So do not get upset. Do not frighten it away. Do not let it go so easily. It is my Holy Spirit who with kindness and affection tells you, let me be here. They have sent me to bring you good news, to stay forever, and give you my support in the very difficult trials you face. Let me reveal to you more about the work of my Holy Spirit in your life, because understanding this will transform how you experience my presence day by day. My Spirit is not a distant force or an impersonal energy. My Spirit is a person, the third person of the Trinity, equal with the Father and the Son in power, in glory, in majesty. My Spirit has personality, emotions, will, intelligence. My Spirit can be grieved by your sin, pleased by your obedience, welcomed by your openness, resisted by your stubbornness. My Spirit is the one who brings my presence into your daily experience. When you sense me near, when you feel my comfort, when you hear my voice speaking to your heart, that is my Spirit at work. My Spirit is the one who takes the things of heaven and makes them real to you on earth. My Spirit translates eternal truth into present experience. My Spirit makes the invisible visible, the intangible tangible, the distant near. My Spirit dwells within you if you have opened your heart to me, not visiting occasionally, not stopping by periodically, but living permanently inside you, taking up residence in your spirit, making your body a temple, a sacred dwelling place for my presence. This is an astounding mystery. The same Spirit who hovered over the waters at creation, who filled the tabernacle with glory, who descended like a dove at my Son's baptism, who came like rushing wind at Pentecost, that same Spirit lives in you. Think about what this means. You carry my presence everywhere you go. When you enter your workplace, my Spirit enters with you. When you walk into a hospital room, my presence walks in with you. When you sit with a hurting friend, my comfort sits beside them. You are a mobile sanctuary, a walking temple, a living demonstration of my dwelling with humanity. My Spirit has multiple functions in your life, each one essential to your growth and effectiveness. My Spirit teaches you truth. You read my word, but without my Spirit illuminating it, the words remain flat, lifeless, mere information. But when my Spirit opens your eyes, suddenly the words leap off the page, pierce your heart, transform your thinking. Truths you have read 100 times suddenly come alive with fresh meaning. Passages you never understood suddenly make perfect sense. Principles you knew intellectually suddenly become real experientially. My Spirit guides you into all truth, not all at once, but progressively, at the pace you can handle, in the timing you need it. My Spirit convicts you of sin, not to condemn you, but to free you. When you are going the wrong direction, my Spirit creates discomfort in your conscience, uneasiness in your heart, and knowing that something is not right. This is not condemnation. This is correction. This is my spirit loving you enough to warn you that you are heading toward harm. Many people ignore this conviction, suppress it, rationalize it away. But when you respond to my spirit's conviction with repentance, you experience the freedom that comes from living in truth rather than denial. My spirit empowers you for service. You have work to do, ministry to accomplish, people to impact. But you cannot do it in your own strength. Your natural abilities are insufficient for spiritual work. Your human wisdom is inadequate for divine assignments. Your personal resources are too limited for kingdom purposes. But my spirit provides supernatural power, divine wisdom, abundant resources. My spirit gives spiritual gifts, special abilities for serving others. My spirit produces spiritual fruit, character qualities that reflect my nature. My spirit grants spiritual boldness, courage to speak truth, strength to stand firm. My spirit comforts you in sorrow. When grief overwhelms you, when loss crushes you, when disappointment devastates you, my spirit is the comforter who comes alongside, not removing the pain instantly, but sustaining you through it. Not answering all your questions, but giving you peace that transcends understanding. Not making everything suddenly okay, but being present with you in the not okay times. My spirit is called the Comforter, the Counselor, the Helper, the one called alongside to aid. And my spirit prays for you when you do not know how to pray. There are moments when pain is too deep for words, when confusion is too great for coherent thought, when weariness is too heavy for formed prayers. In those moments, my spirit intercedes for you with groans too deep for words, praying according to my will, presenting your needs before my throne even when you cannot articulate them yourself. You are never without an advocate, never without an intercessor, never without someone praying for you even in the moments when you cannot pray for yourself. But my spirit can be quenched, not destroyed or removed, because my spirit never leaves you once given. But my spirit's activity can be suppressed, hindered, limited by your choices. When you persistently ignore my spirit's promptings, my spirit's voice becomes fainter. When you repeatedly resist my spirit's conviction, your conscience becomes harder. When you continually grieve my spirit through willful sin, my spirit's joy diminishes in your experience. So I urge you, do not quench my spirit. Do not grieve my spirit. Do not resist my spirit. Instead, be filled with my spirit continuously. This filling is not a one-time event, but an ongoing experience. Every day, multiple times each day, open yourself to my spirit's influence. Yield to my spirit's leading. Respond to my spirit's promptings. Welcome my spirit's presence. Ask my spirit to fill you afresh, to take control, to have full access to every area of your life. And as you do this consistently, persistently, intentionally, you will experience transformation from the inside out. You will find yourself thinking thoughts you did not think before, feeling compassion you did not feel before, speaking words you did not speak before, taking actions you did not take before. This is my spirit working in you, shaping you, molding you, conforming you to the image of my Son. This is the power available to you every moment of every day, not distant or inaccessible, but as close as your next breath, as available as your next thought, as present as your next heartbeat. Do not fear for the material things you have lost, those possessions that were taken from you, that money that disappeared, that job that ended, that opportunity that vanished. Do not mourn them as permanent losses. I allowed them to go because I have something better planned. What you lost was preparation for what you are about to gain. The emptying was necessary for the filling. The ending was required for the new beginning. Something better is coming, and you have to be ready. Not just spiritually ready, but practically prepared. I need you to make room in your life, create space in your schedule, prepare your heart and mind to receive what I am sending. If your hands are clutching tightly to what you have lost, you cannot receive what I am bringing. If your focus is locked on the past, you will miss the present I have prepared for your future. I have to prepare your own spirit and strengthen you. This preparation is not punishment, it is pre-positioning. I am placing you exactly where you need to be before the blessing arrives. I am developing in you exactly what you will need to steward what I am entrusting to you. I am building capacity in your character, expanding room in your faith, increasing strength in your spirit. This test you live today is small compared to the wonderful blessing that is coming. Your current struggle feels massive, overwhelming, all-consuming. But when you look back on it from the perspective of the blessing I'm about to release, you will see it was actually minor in comparison. The waiting seems long now, but the reward will make it seem short. The pain feels intense now, but the joy will make you forget the suffering. The challenge appears insurmountable now, but the victory will prove it was worth every moment of perseverance. You must learn to receive my blessings. Open your hands with confidence, value, and appreciate the gifts I send you, the provision I give you. Many people sabotage their own blessings because they do not know how to receive. They reject gifts because they feel unworthy. They push away provision because they think they do not deserve it. They turn down opportunities because they doubt their ability to handle them. But I am teaching you a better way. I am showing you how to receive with gratitude, how to accept with appreciation, how to embrace with thanksgiving. Open your hands confidently, not arrogantly. Know that you do not deserve my blessings based on your merit, but receive them anyway, based on my grace. Value what I give you, not taking any gift for granted, not treating any provision carelessly, not wasting any opportunity foolishly. Appreciate the small things as much as the large things, the daily provisions as much as the occasional windfalls, the consistent faithfulness as much as the dramatic breakthroughs. It will never be my will that you live your whole life in lack and need. Some teach that poverty is spiritual, that need is noble, that lack is holy. But that is not my heart for you. I do not glorify poverty. I celebrate generosity. I do not honor lack. I enable abundance. I do not bless need. I provide supply. My will for you is sufficiency in every area, so that lacking nothing yourself, you can give generously to others. My desire for you is abundance, not just barely enough, but more than enough. Overflow, surplus. My plan for you includes provision that goes beyond your personal needs to enable you to be a blessing to many others. I put you in the perfect time with the right people, in the ideal place so that you believe me as you should, and have enough faith so that you are prospered by working honestly. If doors have closed for you, if they have not appreciated your gifts, if they have belittled your experience, if they have taken away your source of employment to give it to deceivers, do not fear. All this is part of a process. I have something much better for you, and I am telling you. I will come again tomorrow and I will repeat it to you. I want you to feel calm, because everything is in my hands. I have ordered these changes. Some things happened because I decided it. I tell you with affection. I want the best for you. Your value and your potential are even greater than you can imagine. If I open a door for you, enter. Do not fear. That is how I want to see you, victorious, triumphant, full of my word, dedicated to prayer, encouraged, strong, cheerful, that my love is reflected in you daily. So it is and so it will be. I will make you so strong that no one will be able to hurt you, so great that no one will be able to reach you, and so humble and wise of heart that many will want to imitate you. I know how much you have suffered, but today I tell you, there is comfort for you. I will breathe breath into your discouraged spirit at any hour. Just speak to me with your brave faith, and I will show you that I am aware of your feelings and emotions. With a burning coal, I will burn the memories that come back and come back again and again to remind you of your falls that hurt and will continue to hurt if you continue allowing the mistakes of the past to control your thoughts. These memories are like unwanted visitors who refuse to leave. They knock on the door of your mind uninvited. They intrude into your thoughts without permission. They replay scenes you wish you could delete, words you wish you could unsay, choices you wish you could unmake. They torment you with regret, shame, guilt, embarrassment. But I am taking a burning coal from my altar, the same coal that touched Isaiah's lips and cleansed his guilt. And I am touching these memories with purifying fire. I am not just covering them or hiding them. I am consuming them, destroying their power to hurt you, removing their ability to control you, eliminating their capacity to define you. Let me teach you about my faithfulness through trials, because this understanding will anchor your soul when storms come. Trials are not evidence that I have abandoned you. Trials are not proof that I no longer love you. Trials are not signs that you have done something wrong or that I am punishing you. Trials are part of the journey, part of the process, part of how I develop in you the character and faith you need for where I am taking you. My faithfulness in trials does not mean I remove the trial immediately. My faithfulness means I am present with you in the trial, working through the trial, using the trial for your ultimate good. I was faithful to Joseph when he was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused, unjustly imprisoned. My faithfulness did not prevent those terrible things from happening, but my faithfulness was present in every moment, working behind the scenes, positioning him for purposes he could not see, preparing him for destiny he could not imagine. Years later, he could look back and say, "What others meant for evil, I meant for good." The same is true for you. What seems like random tragedy, what feels like meaningless suffering, what appears to be purposeless pain, I am using for purposes beyond what you can see in this moment. I was faithful to David when he was anointed king, but spent years running from Saul, hiding in caves, living as a fugitive. My faithfulness did not give him the throne immediately, but my faithfulness was developing in him during those wilderness years the humility, the dependence, the faith he would need to be the king I called him to be. The trials were not wasted time. They were essential preparation. The same is true for you. These difficult seasons are not detours from your destiny. They are the pathway to your destiny. These hard times are not obstacles to my purposes. They are instruments of my purposes. I am developing something in you through this trial that you could not develop any other way. I was faithful to Job when he lost everything: his wealth, his children, his health, his reputation. My faithfulness did not prevent the losses, but my faithfulness sustained him through the losses, vindicated him after the losses, restored him beyond the losses. He came out of the trial with twice what he had before, not just materially but spiritually. He said, "Before I heard about you with my ears, but now my eyes have seen you." The trial brought him into deeper relationship with me than prosperity ever did. The same can be true for you. This trial that feels like it is destroying you can actually be introducing you to dimensions of my character, my power, my presence that you never knew in easier times. Suffering has a way of stripping away superficiality, removing religious pretense, burning away everything that is not real, leaving only what is essential, and what remains is more valuable than what was lost. I was faithful to the 3 Hebrew young men when they were thrown into the fiery furnace. My faithfulness did not prevent them from being thrown in, but my faithfulness met them in the furnace, walked with them through the flames, brought them out without even the smell of smoke on their clothes. The king who threw them in saw 4 men walking in the fire, and the 4th looked like a son of the gods. That was me. I did not spare them from the furnace, but I joined them in the furnace. And the same is true for you. I may not always prevent you from going through the fire, but I will always go through it with you. You will not burn up because I am with you. The flames that would destroy you alone cannot destroy you when I am present. My presence changes everything. I was faithful to Daniel when he was thrown into the lion's den. My faithfulness did not keep him out of the den, but my faithfulness shut the mouths of the lions, protected him through the night, vindicated him before his enemies. He came out of that den with greater influence, stronger testimony, deeper faith than he had going in, and the same is true for you. This den you find yourself in, this dangerous situation, this threatening circumstance, I am shutting the mouths of the lions. What should devour you will not touch you. What should destroy you will not harm you, and you will come out with testimony that points everyone who sees it to me. I was faithful to Paul when he was shipwrecked, imprisoned, beaten, stoned, left for dead. My faithfulness did not give him an easy life, but my faithfulness was sufficient in every circumstance. My grace was enough in every trial. My strength was perfected in his weakness. He learned to say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Not I can avoid all things, not I can escape all things, but I can endure all things. I can overcome all things. I can triumph in all things through your strength. And I am teaching you the same. So when trials come, and they will come, do not interpret them as evidence of my absence. Know that I am present, working, faithful, even when you cannot see it, even when you cannot feel it, even when it makes no sense to you. My faithfulness is not proven by the absence of trials, but by my presence in trials. My faithfulness is not demonstrated by preventing all problems, but by providing grace for every problem. My faithfulness is not shown by giving you an easy road, but by giving you strength for the difficult road. Trust my faithfulness, even when you cannot trace my hand. Believe my goodness, even when you cannot understand my ways. Know that I am working even when you cannot see the results, because I am faithful. That is my nature. That is my character. That is who I am. And I will be faithful to you in this trial, just as I have been faithful to every child of mine who has ever faced trials. You will come through this. You will survive this. You will overcome this. Not because you are strong enough, but because I am faithful enough. And my faithfulness is more than enough. I forgive and forget. When I forgive, I also choose to forget. I do not keep a record of your wrongs to review periodically. I do not maintain a file of your failures to reference later. I do not store up your sins to throw back in your face during an argument. I cast them as far as the east is from the west. I throw them into the depths of the sea. I remember them no more. This is complete forgiveness, total pardon, absolute reconciliation. You also forget. Do it by faith, even when feelings linger. Do it as an act of will, even when emotions resist. Do it as a choice, even when memories persist. Decide that you will no longer rehearse your failures, replay your mistakes, review your regrets. When those thoughts come, and they will come, refuse to entertain them. Reject them immediately. Replace them with truth about who you are now, not who you were then. Do it by faith, trusting that I have truly forgiven, believing that I truly forgot, accepting that the past is truly past. But I have to warn you that many people do not forgive, and never will. They will remember your mistakes long after I have forgotten them. They will bring up your failures long after you have moved past them. They will define you by your worst moments, long after you have been transformed. They lost their way, they forgot about me, and now they only occupy their lives counting twisted stories. They have become record keepers of wrongs, historians of failures, archivists of mistakes. They spend their time and energy documenting other people's faults, collecting evidence of other people's sins, building cases against other people's character. But this is not my way. This is not my heart. This is not my nature. They have forgotten that they too need forgiveness. They too have failed. They too have made mistakes. But I ask you once more, forget, forgive yourself. Stop being harder on yourself than I am. Stop holding yourself to a standard higher than mine. Stop punishing yourself for sins I have already pardoned. Give yourself the value I give you. I see you as precious, priceless, valuable beyond measure. See yourself the same way. I see you as worthy, not because of what you have done, but because of what I have done. See yourself through that same lens. Treat yourself with affection. Speak to yourself with kindness. Think about yourself with compassion. Act toward yourself with gentleness. Do not hurt or break your own spirit, reproaching yourself for the mistakes that were left behind. Your spirit is fragile, easily wounded, quickly discouraged. Do not become your own worst enemy. Do not tear yourself down with your own words. Do not destroy yourself with your own thoughts. The enemy will attack you enough from the outside. Do not join him by attacking yourself from the inside. I am transforming your being. This transformation is not superficial or cosmetic. It is deep, fundamental, comprehensive. I am changing you from the inside out, from the core of your being to the periphery of your actions. I am renewing your mind, healing your emotions, restoring your will, purifying your desires, redirecting your longings. This is a process, not an event. It happens gradually, progressively, continually. Each day you are a little more transformed than the day before. Each month you are a little more like me than the month before. Each year you are a little closer to who I created you to be than the year before. You are no longer the same person as yesterday. Yesterday's you is gone, dead, buried. Today's you is new, alive, resurrected. Yesterday you were controlled by fear. Today you are led by faith. Yesterday you were driven by insecurity. Today you are motivated by confidence in me. Yesterday you were defined by your past. Today you are determined by your future. Yesterday you were bound by habits you could not break. Today you are free to make choices you could not make before. I am enabling you to conquer new blessings and be so prosperous that you bless even those who despise you. This is not just about receiving blessing for yourself. It is about becoming a conduit of blessing to others. I am prospering you so you can prosper others. I am blessing you so you can bless others. I am enriching you so you can enrich others. And not just those who love you, appreciate you, celebrate you, but also those who despise you, reject you, oppose you. You will bless your enemies, pray for those who persecute you, do good to those who hate you, give to those who take from you. This is kingdom living, operating by my principles rather than the world's logic. Daily, I do new things to build you up. Every morning brings new mercies, new grace, new strength, new hope. I do not work on you once and then leave you alone. I am constantly active in your life, continuously at work in your circumstances, perpetually engaged with your development. I build you up one thought at a time, one decision at a time, one action at a time. I encourage you when you feel discouraged. I strengthen you when you feel weak. I lift you when you feel down. I correct you when you stray. I guide you when you are lost. I want you to do your part and focus and receive this word you hear. My part is to speak. Your part is to listen. My part is to give. Your part is to receive. My part is to bless. Your part is to accept the blessing with gratitude. Focus means removing distractions, eliminating competing voices, silencing the noise that drowns out my word. Receive means opening your heart to let my truth enter, letting down your defenses to allow my love in, lowering your walls to permit my grace access. Use your faith. Faith is the currency of heaven. Faith is the key that unlocks my promises. Faith is the bridge that connects my will to your reality. Without faith, it is impossible to please me, not because I am demanding, but because faith is how you access what I've already provided. Let me teach you about the power of faith and trust, because this is the foundation of your relationship with me and the key to experiencing everything I have promised you. Faith is not blind optimism or wishful thinking. Faith is not pretending something is true when you know it is false. Faith is not denying reality or ignoring facts. Faith is confidence in what I have said regardless of what you see. Faith is assurance in my character despite contrary circumstances. Faith is certainty in my promises even when evidence suggests otherwise. Faith begins with hearing. You cannot have faith in me if you do not know what I have said. This is why my word is so essential. My word reveals my character, my promises, my ways, my heart. As you hear my word, read my word, meditate on my word, faith begins to rise in your heart. Not because you work it up or manufacture it, but because faith comes by hearing, and hearing by my word. When my word enters your heart, it carries with it the power to produce faith. Faith grows through testing. Untested faith is weak faith. Faith that has never faced opposition, never encountered obstacles, never been challenged by circumstances, remains immature, undeveloped, inadequate for the greater challenges ahead. But when your faith is tested, when you must choose to believe my word despite what you see, when you must trust my character despite how you feel, when you must stand on my promises despite circumstances that contradict them, your faith grows stronger. Each test you pass prepares you for the next level. Each trial you overcome develops capacity for greater faith. Each challenge you face by faith builds spiritual muscle that will serve you for the rest of your life. Faith expresses itself through action. Real faith is not passive. Real faith does something. Real faith takes steps based on what I have said, even when those steps do not make natural sense. Abraham left his home without knowing where he was going, because I told him to go. That was faith in action. Noah built an ark before rain had ever fallen because I said a flood was coming. That was faith in action. Moses stretched out his staff over the Red Sea because I said I would make a way. That was faith in action. The woman with the issue of blood pushed through the crowd to touch my son's garment because she believed if she could just touch him, she would be healed. That was faith in action. The centurion sent messengers to my son saying, "Just speak the word, and my servant will be healed." That was faith in action. What is faith calling you to do? What step is faith asking you to take? What action is faith requiring of you? Do it. Move forward. Take the step, even if it feels risky, even if it looks foolish, even if others question your sanity. Obey what faith is telling you because faith pleases me, and without faith it is impossible to please me. Faith sometimes requires waiting. This seems contradictory to what I just said about faith requiring action. But sometimes the action faith requires is the active choice to wait, to not rush ahead, to not take matters into your own hands, to not try to make something happen that I have promised will happen in my timing. Abraham believed my promise that he would have a son, but when years passed and the promise was not fulfilled, he took matters into his own hands, had a son through Hagar, created a mess that has caused conflict for thousands of years. This was faith that stopped trusting. Faith that grew impatient. Faith that tried to help me fulfill what I promised to do myself. Later, when Abraham was even older and the promise seemed even more impossible, he believed again. He did not waver in unbelief, but was strengthened in faith, being fully convinced that what I promised, I was also able to perform. This was mature faith, patient faith, faith that trusted my timing as much as my promise. Sometimes faith waits. Faith does not rush. Faith does not panic. Faith rests in the confidence that if I promised it, I will perform it, and I will do it at exactly the right time. Faith is not denial of reality. Some teach that faith means you deny the existence of problems. If you are sick, faith means you say you are well even when you feel terrible. If you lack money, faith means you pretend you have abundance even when your account is empty. But this is not faith. This is denial. Faith acknowledges reality, but declares a greater reality. Faith says, "Yes, I am sick, but I serve a God who heals." Faith says, "Yes, I lack resources, but my God supplies all my needs according to his riches." Faith says, "Yes, the circumstances look impossible, but with God, all things are possible." Faith does not deny what is. Faith declares what will be based on who I am and what I have promised. Faith connects you to my power. On your own, your abilities are limited. Your strength is inadequate. Your wisdom is insufficient. Your resources are too small. But faith connects you to unlimited power, infinite wisdom, inexhaustible resources. Faith plugs you into the source of all power so that the same power that created the universe flows through you. Faith is the power cord that connects your weakness to my strength, your inability to my ability, your insufficiency to my sufficiency. Faith overcomes fear. Fear and faith cannot coexist. Where faith is strong, fear is weak. Where faith dominates, fear retreats. Fear says, "What if this does not work?" Faith says, "What if it does?" Fear says, "I might fail." Faith says, "With God, I cannot ultimately fail." Fear says, "This is too hard." Faith says, "I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me." Fear looks at the obstacles. Faith looks at me who overcomes obstacles. Fear focuses on the problem. Faith focuses on the problem solver. Fear sees the giants. Faith sees the giant killer. Faith pleases me. Of all the things you can do, faith pleases me most. Not your works, though I appreciate your service. Not your sacrifice, though I value your giving. Not your effort, though I notice you're trying. But your faith, your choice to believe me when you cannot see, your decision to trust me when circumstances suggest you should not, your determination to stand on my word when everything around you is shaking. This pleases me because faith honors me. Faith says you are trustworthy. Faith declares you are faithful. Faith proclaims you are true to your word. And I am. I am faithful. I am trustworthy. I am true. I cannot lie. I will not fail. What I have promised, I will perform. So exercise your faith. Use it. Apply it. Release it. Do not let it sit dormant. Do not keep it theoretical. Do not leave it abstract. Make it practical. Make it specific. Make it personal. Believe me for something specific today. Trust me with something particular right now. Take a step of faith in a definite direction. And watch what I will do. Watch how I will show up. Watch how I will prove myself faithful. Because faith activates my power, releases my intervention, invites my involvement. And I am looking throughout the earth for those whose hearts are fully committed to me, so that I may strongly support them. Let me find in you a heart of faith, a spirit of trust, a soul that believes. And I will do more than you ask or imagine, according to my power that works in you through faith. Do not reject these blessings because you feel unworthy and you think you will never deserve it. Worthiness is not the issue. I do not bless you because you deserve it. I bless you because I love you. I do not give to you because you earned it. I give to you because I am generous. I do not provide for you because you qualified. I provide for you because you are my child. Do not fall into the trap of human effort. Many say they do not need me, that alone they can change, be better and overcome their bad habits, but they have never achieved it. Human willpower is limited. Human strength is insufficient. Human effort is inadequate. Apart from me, you can do nothing of lasting value. You might generate temporary improvement through sheer determination, but without my transforming power, you will always revert back to old patterns, return to old habits, repeat old mistakes. They boast of false success and fraudulent riches. They project an image of having it all together when inside they are falling apart. They display a facade of prosperity when underneath they are bankrupt. They advertise a life of victory when privately they are defeated. They say they are perfect, but they deceive themselves. Everyone has sinned. Everyone has fallen short. Everyone needs forgiveness, grace, mercy. Those who claim perfection reveal their blindness. Those who deny their need reveal their pride. They humiliate the humble and point at them with their finger. They mock those who admit their need. They ridicule those who confess their dependence on me. They despise those who acknowledge their failures. But one day they will discover that the humble they despised are the ones I exalt, while the proud they celebrated are the ones I resist. Never compare yourself to them. They boast of trips and expensive places where they eat and drink, but they do not show you everything they owe. You are not weak. Do not lose courage when you see that others show off things you do not have. I am telling you something so important that I sincerely ask you to read it, see it, and hear it many times. I want you to learn it, remember it, never forget it. You are more prosperous than many show-offs. You have me. You do not need jewels or material possessions to be happy. Close the windows of your soul. Do not waste your time anymore looking at those who publish their sadness disguised as happiness. You are feeding your heart with garbage and vain things. While your family waits for your attention, you forget prayer and you feel inferior because you cannot buy the luxuries that another has because he stole them. Do not be deceived by what your eyes see. It is true that not everything that glitters is gold, nor are all the images you see of people showing off success and happiness real. I ask you again, stop looking at other people's lives and feed yourself with my word that will build you up. Give the necessary time to your family, to your work. Give me the time I deserve. Take care of your health. Be prudent. Never forget the needs of your own people. I bless you so you can bless. Every blessing you receive has a purpose beyond your personal enjoyment. I bless you so that you can turn around and bless someone else. I provide for you so that you can provide for others. I give to you so that you can give to those in need. You are not the final destination of my blessing. You are a conduit, a channel, a pipeline through which my blessing flows to reach others. This is the divine economy, the kingdom principle, the way my family operates. We receive in order to give. We are blessed in order to be a blessing. We experience provision in order to provide for those who lack. Let me teach you about victory over spiritual enemies, because you live in a world with a real adversary who seeks to destroy you. But I have given you authority and power to overcome every attack, every scheme, every strategy of the enemy. Your enemy is not human beings. People may hurt you, betray you, oppose you, but they are not your real enemy. They are instruments the enemy uses, pawns he manipulates, tools he employs. Your real enemy is the devil and his demonic forces, spiritual beings of wickedness who operate in the unseen realm, influencing the visible world. But you need to understand something crucial about your enemy. He is a defeated foe. He was defeated at the cross when my son crushed his head, stripped him of his authority, disarmed his power, made a public spectacle of him. He is like a wounded animal that is still dangerous, still capable of causing harm, but ultimately doomed. His final destiny is sealed. His ultimate defeat is certain. His complete destruction is guaranteed. He knows this, which is why he fights with such desperation, attacks with such fury, deceives with such cunning. He cannot win the war, but he tries to win as many battles as possible before his time runs out. Your enemy has limited power. He is not equal to me. He is not the opposite of me. He is a created being, a fallen angel, vastly inferior to me in every way. He cannot be everywhere at once. He is not all-knowing. He is not all-powerful. His power is real but restricted, dangerous but controlled, harmful but ultimately unable to separate you from my love. I have set boundaries on what he can and cannot do. I decide how far he can go. I determine what he can and cannot touch. He could not afflict Job without my permission. He could not sift Peter without my allowance. He cannot touch you beyond what I permit. And everything I permit, I use for your good. Your enemy's primary weapon is deception. He is the father of lies, the master of deception, the expert at twisting truth just enough to make it believable while making it deadly. He deceived Eve in the garden not with an obvious lie, but with a subtle distortion of truth. He took what I said, twisted it slightly, added doubt, removed certainty, and created confusion. He uses the same strategy today. He whispers lies about me, that I do not love you, that I am holding out on you, that I cannot be trusted, that I am angry with you. He speaks lies about yourself, that you are worthless, that you are beyond hope, that you can never change, that you should just give up. He spreads lies about others, creating suspicion, manufacturing offense, generating conflict, destroying relationships. But every lie he speaks can be defeated with truth. My word is truth. My word exposes lies, reveals deception, destroys falsehood. When the enemy whispers lies to your mind, speak truth from my word out loud. The same word that created the universe has power to silence the enemy's voice. The same word that calms storms has authority to quiet the enemy's accusations. The same word that raised the dead has strength to revive your hope when the enemy has killed it with lies. Your enemy attacks your mind because he knows that what you think determines how you feel, and how you feel influences what you do. If he can control your thoughts, he can control your life. This is why I tell you to take every thought captive, to cast down arguments and every high thing that exalts itself against the knowledge of me. You have authority to reject thoughts that do not align with my truth. You are not obligated to believe every thought that enters your mind. You can evaluate thoughts, judge them by my word, reject the false, retain the true. Your enemy wants you to live in fear because fear is faith in his power rather than mine. When you fear, you are believing that he is more powerful than I am, that his plans will succeed more than mine, that his threats are more real than my promises. But perfect love casts out fear. As you grow in understanding how much I love you, fear loses its grip. As you deepen in knowing my character, anxiety loses its power. As you mature in experiencing my faithfulness, worry loses its control. Your enemy wants you to live in isolation because he knows you are easier to defeat when you are alone. A lone sheep is vulnerable to wolves. A single coal removed from the fire grows cold. An isolated believer separated from community becomes weak. This is why I place you in a family, surround you with brothers and sisters, connect you to a body. You need others, and they need you. Together, you are stronger than any of you are alone. Together, you can resist attacks that would overwhelm you individually. Together, you can encourage, strengthen, protect, support one another. Your enemy wants you to live in condemnation because condemnation paralyzes you, silences your testimony, kills your joy, destroys your confidence. He is called the accuser of the brethren, constantly bringing charges against you, pointing out your failures, reminding you of your sins, declaring you unworthy. But there is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus. I do not condemn you. I convict you to bring you to repentance, but I do not condemn you to make you feel hopeless. Conviction says you did something wrong, but you can be forgiven and restored. Condemnation says you are something wrong and you can never change. Conviction comes from my spirit and leads to freedom. Condemnation comes from the enemy and leads to bondage. But you have weapons for this warfare. You have the belt of truth to protect you from lies. You have the breastplate of righteousness to guard your heart. You have the shoes of the gospel of peace to give you firm footing. You have the shield of faith to extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one. You have the helmet of salvation to protect your mind. You have the sword of the Spirit, which is my word, to go on the offensive. And you have prayer, constant communication with me, continually accessing my power, persistently seeking my help. Use these weapons. Do not try to fight in your own strength. Do not attempt to stand in your own power. Do not face the enemy in your own wisdom. But put on the full armor. Use every weapon I have provided. Stand firm in the victory that has already been won. And know this with absolute certainty. Greater is he who is in you than he who is in the world. The enemy is powerful, but I am more powerful. The enemy is cunning, but I am wiser. The enemy is persistent, but I am eternal. He can harass you, but he cannot have you. He can trouble you, but he cannot take you. He can attack you, but he cannot destroy you. You are mine, purchased by blood, sealed by my spirit, protected by my power, destined for glory. And no weapon formed against you will prosper. I strengthen you so you can motivate. The strength I give you is not just so you can carry your own burdens. It is also so you can help carry the burdens of others. When you are strong, you can encourage the weak. When you are standing, you can help lift those who have fallen. When you are overcoming, you can inspire those who are struggling. Your strength becomes a source of hope for others. Your victory becomes evidence that victory is possible. Your testimony becomes fuel for their faith. I give you my hand so you can also help. I reach out to you in your time of need. Now I want you to reach out to others in their time of need. I pull you out of the pit. Now I want you to pull others out. I rescue you from danger. Now I want you to rescue others. I help you when you cannot help yourself. Now I want you to help those who cannot help themselves. This is compassion in action, love demonstrated, grace extended. And I show you love so you respond to me with your commitment and loyalty. I do not show you love to manipulate you or control you. I show you love because it is my nature, my character, my essence. But when you experience this love, when you taste its sweetness, when you feel its warmth, it naturally produces a response in you. You want to commit yourself fully to the one who loves you so completely. You desire to be loyal to the one who is so faithful to you. You long to please the one who has pleased you so thoroughly. Just as I gave my life on a cross, I gave everything with much love. This was not a reluctant sacrifice or a forced obedience. This was a willing offering motivated by perfect love for you. I held nothing back. I gave my all. I poured out everything. So I desire that you respond to me with your total surrender. Not partial commitment, not half-hearted devotion, not divided loyalty. Total surrender. Complete dedication. Wholehearted love. All of you given to all of me. Give me the first place. Not second place after your career. Not third place after your hobbies. Not a place squeezed in between other priorities. First place. Primary position. Highest priority. Central focus. Let me be first in your time. First in your thoughts. First in your decisions. First in your resources. First in your allegiance. Give the importance they deserve to your health and your spiritual life, the growth of your wisdom, your way of treating others. These are not secondary concerns or minor matters. Your health matters because your body is my temple. Your spiritual life matters because it determines everything else. The growth of your wisdom matters because it affects every decision you make. Your way of treating others matters because it reflects my character to a watching world. Do not neglect these areas. Do not minimize their significance. Do not postpone giving them the attention they deserve. If you give me your first minutes each day, I will help you organize your thoughts. I will make your time productive, that many blessings reach you and you do not have to look for them. May you be surrounded by people who love you, and those who belittle you and attack you go away. I want to bless your finances. Respond to me with your honesty, your commitment to help those in need. Be faithful to your calling. I do not bless you to be like those who boast of possessions and false success. I will bless you greatly, but you keep silent. Help and bless quietly and in secret. Only then will I bless you more. I will multiply your abundance and surround you with true prosperity. Let me teach you about divine provision and blessing, because I want you to understand my heart concerning your material needs and financial well-being. I am not opposed to prosperity. I am opposed to greed. I am not against wealth. I am against the love of money. I am not refusing abundance. I am refusing the idolatry that makes provision more important than the provider. My desire is that you prosper in all things and be in health, just as your soul prospers. I want wholeness for you, completeness, sufficiency in every area of life. Not just spiritual blessing, but also physical provision. Not just emotional health, but also financial stability. Not just relational peace, but also material resources. I created the material world and declared it good. I made gold and silver, precious stones and valuable resources. I designed the principles of sowing and reaping, work and reward, diligence and increase. I am not a God who delights in your poverty. I am a father who enjoys providing for my children. When my son taught you to pray, he included daily bread in the prayer. Not just spiritual food, but actual physical nourishment. I care about whether you have enough to eat, adequate shelter, appropriate clothing, sufficient resources. These are not unspiritual concerns. These are legitimate needs that I promise to supply. I own everything. The cattle on 1,000 hills belong to me. The silver and gold are mine. Every resource in the universe is under my control. I am not limited in what I can provide. I am not restricted in how I can supply. I am not confined to conventional means of meeting your needs. I can provide through expected channels like employment and business. I can supply through unexpected sources like gifts and inheritances. I can deliver through supernatural means like multiplication and divine intervention. I am creative in my provision, diverse in my methods, unlimited in my resources. I provide seed to the sower and bread to the eater. This means I give you not only provision for consumption, but also seed for sowing. Not only enough for today, but also seed for tomorrow. Not only what you need now, but also what you can invest for future harvest. When I provide more than you need, the excess is not for hoarding. It is for sowing. It is seed that when planted will multiply, produce harvest, create abundance that extends beyond you to benefit others. This is the divine economic system, radically different from the world system. The world says, accumulate, hoard, store up for yourself. I say, circulate, give, sow, into others. The world says security comes from how much you keep. I say abundance comes from how much you give. The world says the more you give away, the less you have. I say the more you give away, the more you receive. My mathematics do not make sense to natural thinking. Give, and it will be given to you. Good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over. This is the principle of reciprocity, sowing and reaping, giving and receiving. You cannot outgive me. You can give generously, sacrificially, extravagantly, but I will always give back more. Not necessarily in the same form, not always in the same timing, but always with the same principle. Whatever you sow, you will reap. Sow sparingly, reap sparingly. Sow bountifully, reap bountifully. But my provision is connected to your obedience. When you honor me with the first fruits of your increase, I will fill your barns with plenty. When you bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, I will open the windows of heaven and pour out blessing until there is not room enough to receive it. When you give to the poor, you lend to me, and I will repay you. This is not a formula you can manipulate. This is a relationship based on trust. I am testing whether you will trust me enough to obey when obedience seems financially risky. Will you give when you feel you cannot afford it? Will you tithe when the bills exceed the income? Will you be generous when you feel you need to be tight-fisted? This is where faith meets finances, where trust becomes tangible, where belief demonstrates itself in behavior. And when you pass the test, when you obey despite the fear, when you give despite the lack, you position yourself to receive provision that transcends natural explanation. My provision sometimes comes in the form of protection from expenses. You do not just receive more income, you also avoid costs that would have depleted your resources. Your car should have broken down but did not. Your child should have gotten sick but stayed healthy. Your house should have needed major repairs but required only minor maintenance. This is provision through protection, blessing through prevention, increase through avoidance of decrease. My provision sometimes comes as wisdom for financial decisions. I give you discernment to make choices that lead to increase rather than loss. I grant insight to recognize opportunities that others miss. I provide understanding to avoid traps that would have destroyed your finances. This wisdom is more valuable than money, because wisdom produces money, while money without wisdom quickly disappears. But I must warn you about prosperity's dangers. Wealth can make you feel independent, self-sufficient, no longer in need of me. When you have plenty, you forget the provider and focus on the provision. When your accounts are full, you stop praying with desperation. When your needs are met, you lose your hunger for me. This is why I sometimes allow seasons of lack, periods of tightness, times when provision is just enough but not abundant. Not because I enjoy seeing you struggle, but because I know you need the dependence that struggle produces. Poverty can drive you to me, but prosperity can drive you from me. So I carefully calibrate your provision to keep you in the place of trust, the position of dependence, the attitude of gratitude. I give you enough to meet your needs, but not so much that you forget your need for me. I provide sufficiently but not excessively, abundantly but not wastefully, generously but not carelessly. And always, always, I give you enough to be blessed and to be a blessing. Enough for yourself and enough to share. Enough to meet your needs and enough to meet the needs of others through you. This is true prosperity. Not how much you accumulate, but how many you can bless. Not the size of your account, but the scope of your generosity. Not what you keep, but what you give. So when I bless your finances, receive it with gratitude. Steward it with wisdom. Share it with generosity. Use it for my purposes. And trust that as you honor me with your resources, I will continue to provide everything you need in abundance. Today I speak directly to your heart. I want to make you a very strong person so that no one ever dares to cause you pain. I will make you feel my love every day. All suffering is left behind. Believe my word. Receive in your soul this beautiful happiness. Listen to me. Give me a minute and appreciate my words. Here I have in my hands your heart. Do not fear. I know what you feel. You got tired of so many confusions and problems. But believe me, your freedom is coming. I am healing your emotions, your illnesses. I take all your pains away. I remove your anxiety. I help your mind to think calmly, and I give you patience so you believe in all my promises, and in them you learn to wait. I am freeing you from many problems. But just as it takes weeks and months to receive a harvest, likewise I cannot deliver this very great victory to you overnight. But something I assure you, your future and your life are going to change. From this very day, you will begin to notice how that feeling of carrying a heavy load lifts from your back. You will see how people treat you differently, clearing up misunderstandings, changing the way some people think who believe you have offended them. I am renewing your life and resurrecting that joy you had before. Do you remember when you used to wake up excited about the day ahead? Do you recall when laughter came easily and hope felt natural? Do you remember when you believed anything was possible and your future looked bright? That joy did not disappear forever. It is not lost beyond recovery. I am bringing it back. I am resurrecting it from the grave where disappointment buried it. I am reviving it from the slumber where pain put it to sleep. I am restoring it to its rightful place in your heart. I love you. This is not a statement I make lightly or a phrase I repeat mindlessly. This is the deepest truth of the universe, the foundational reality of existence, the bedrock on which everything else is built. I love you with an everlasting love. I love you with an unfailing love. I love you with a transforming love. That is the truth. And from this situation, I will get you out. Whatever circumstances you find yourself in today, they are not permanent. Whatever problems surround you currently, they are not forever. Whatever difficulties press upon you now, they are not your final destination. I am going to extract you, deliver you, rescue you, liberate you from this situation. Not only will I change your life, I will also transform your finances, your health, your family situation. This is not a partial rescue or a limited deliverance. This is comprehensive transformation that touches every area of your existence. Your finances will shift from lack to provision, from barely surviving to abundantly thriving. Your health will move from sickness to healing, from weakness to strength, from declining to improving. Your family situation will transition from conflict to harmony, from division to unity, from dysfunction to healthy function. I will open your eyes so you see so many blessings you already have. Sometimes the problem is not that you lack blessings, but that you fail to recognize the ones already present. Your vision has been obscured by focusing on what you do not have instead of seeing what you do have. Your perspective has been distorted by comparing yourself to others instead of counting your own treasures. I am going to open your eyes to see the blessings that surround you, the favor that rests upon you, the provision that has been there all along. You will suddenly recognize that you are more blessed than you realized, more provided for than you acknowledged, more loved than you understood. I have put you in a place where you can look for new opportunities, and if you look for them with faith, you will find them. Your current position is not random or accidental. I strategically placed you exactly where you are for a specific purpose. From this vantage point, you can see opportunities that others cannot see. From this location, you have access to resources that others cannot access. From this situation, you can make connections that others cannot make. But you must look with eyes of faith, not just natural sight. Faith sees possibilities where natural vision sees only obstacles. Faith perceives opportunities where natural thinking perceives only problems. Faith discovers open doors where natural observation discovers only walls. I want to lift you up and prosper you so that you have compassion for my daughters and sons who suffer hunger, persecution, dangers and afflictions, so that you take blessings to those who live in distant lands, where they are forbidden to hear and speak my word. While you listen to me and are filled with faith, receiving encouragement, gaining strength, experiencing hope, there are people around the world, perhaps even in your own city, maybe even in your own neighborhood, who go through afflictions you cannot understand. Afflictions so severe, suffering so intense, pain so deep, that if you truly comprehended their reality, your heart would break. There are believers in countries where following me is illegal, punishable by imprisonment, torture, even death. They meet in secret, whisper prayers, hide their Bibles, risk everything just to worship me. There are families torn apart by persecution, parents watching their children suffer because of their faith, children watching their parents die rather than deny me. There are people enslaved, trafficked, abused, treated worse than animals, crying out to me day and night for deliverance. There are those dying of starvation, not because food does not exist in the world, but because of poverty, war, injustice, corruption that keeps resources from reaching them. There are people so alone, so isolated, so abandoned, that they go days, weeks, months, without a single person showing them kindness or speaking a gentle word to them. There are those battling diseases without access to medicine, suffering injuries without access to doctors, facing death without access to care. That is why I am strengthening you, so you learn to understand the suffering of others and the afflictions of others, so you have pity and mercy on those who believe they have failed me and feel fallen. Pity is not looking down on someone from a position of superiority. Pity is compassionate sorrow for someone suffering, a deep emotional response that moves you to action. Mercy is not just feeling sorry for someone. Mercy is extending help to someone who needs it, offering grace to someone who does not deserve it, showing kindness to someone who cannot repay it. I am strengthening you, not so you can enjoy comfort while others suffer, not so you can live in blessing while others live in lack, not so you can experience peace while others experience turmoil. I am strengthening you so you can be strong enough to help those who are weak, blessed enough to bless those who have nothing, peaceful enough to bring peace to those in chaos. I want you to understand that not everyone who is suffering is being punished. Not everyone who is struggling has failed. Not everyone who is down has sinned. Sometimes good people go through terrible things. Sometimes faithful followers face horrible circumstances. Sometimes the most devoted believers endure the most severe trials. Do not judge them. Do not condemn them. Do not assume they brought it on themselves. Instead, have pity that feels their pain. Show mercy that meets their need. Extend compassion that lifts their burden, because you were once the one suffering, struggling, down. You were once the one who felt like a failure, who felt fallen, who felt forsaken. And I did not condemn you. I had pity on you. I showed you mercy. I extended compassion to you. Now I ask you to do the same for others. I have come to save, to lift up, to forgive sins, to embrace with power and mercy everyone who embraces me, repenting of his evil. But I have always known that no one in the world is perfect, for all have sinned and turned away from me. But I offer them the power of my shed blood and thus reconcile them, save them, heal them. Because I did not come to judge or punish anyone, I do not seek the destruction of those I love. Go and tell those you meet on your way that I am waiting for them. But you focus on this mission. This is the reason I am freeing you from your enemies. I have taken you out of the pit of affliction. I have changed your lamentation into joy. I have healed the wounds that tormented you with pain. Listen to my voice. Feel each of my words. Receive this grace that caresses your soul. Realize, please, that I have not paid you according to your sins. Rather, I have embraced you with mercy. I forgot your evils. I threw them to the bottom of the sea. And today I want you to accept my forgiveness once and for all, and do not remember your past anymore. Do not walk worried about what people think. People's opinions are fickle, changeable, unreliable. Today they praise you. Tomorrow they criticize you. Today they celebrate you. Tomorrow they abandon you. Today they lift you up. Tomorrow they tear you down. Their opinions shift with the wind, change with the circumstances, vary with their moods. Why would you base your self-worth on something so unstable? Why would you allow your peace to depend on something so unreliable? Why would you give your emotional well-being over to something so unpredictable? None of them gave you life. I breathed life into your lungs. I formed you in your mother's womb. I knew you before you were born. I gave you your first breath, and I sustain you with every breath thereafter. They do not feed you or support you. Yes, you may earn money from work, receive gifts from friends, get help from family, but ultimately, it is I who provide. I give you the strength to work. I open the doors for opportunities. I move on hearts to be generous toward you. Every good gift comes from above, from me. Then, do not give them the power to manipulate your emotions at will and make of your life what they want. When you live for other people's approval, you become a puppet controlled by their opinions. When you base your worth on their validation, you give them power over your emotions. When you allow their expectations to dictate your choices, you surrender control of your life to them. Take back that power. Reclaim that authority. Refuse to be controlled by what they think, say, or expect. No one in this world loves you like I do. Human love, at its best, is conditional, limited, imperfect. Even the most loving parent, spouse, or friend has limits to their love. They love you as much as they are capable, but their capacity is finite. Their love can weaken, fade, end. But my love is infinite, eternal, perfect. It has no limits, no boundaries, no end. I love you when you succeed and when you fail. I love you when you obey and when you disobey. I love you when you are lovely and when you are unlovely. My love never changes, never diminishes, never stops. No one else came to offer you mercy and forgiveness. The world's system is based on performance, achievement, earning your way. But I offer mercy freely, forgiveness without cost, grace without price. You do not have to work for it, earn it, prove yourself worthy of it. I give it as a gift, pure and simple, because I love you and I choose to be merciful to you. Remember, when you felt collapsed, no one came to give you a hand. I am not saying this to make you bitter toward those who did not help you. I am saying this to make you grateful to the one who did help you. When you were at your lowest point, when you had hit rock bottom, when you felt you could not go on, I was there. I extended my hand. I lifted you up. I carried you when you could not walk. I sustained you when you had no strength. So from here on, give me your attention and receive with much enthusiasm these words I give you. Stop giving your attention to voices that tear you down. Stop listening to messages that discourage you. Stop focusing on thoughts that defeat you. Turn your attention to my voice, my message, my truth. Listen with enthusiasm, with eagerness, with hunger. Receive what I am saying not with skepticism but with faith, not with doubt but with trust, not with resistance but with openness. Keep them, treasure them. Remember them when the sea becomes agitated again and you are hit by the waves. These words I speak to you are not just for this moment. They are for the future moments when you will need them. Store them up in your heart like treasure. Memorize them so they are available when you need them. Recall them when storms arise, when waves threaten, when winds blow. They will anchor your soul, steady your heart, give you something solid to hold on to when everything around you is unstable. Remember that I am the captain of your boat, and that despite everything you see around you, you will not sink. When the storms rage and the waves tower above you, when the wind howls and the rain beats down, when the lightning flashes and the thunder roars, you may feel like your boat is about to go under. You may look at the circumstances surrounding you and think there is no way you can survive this. You may assess your resources and conclude they are insufficient for the magnitude of the challenge. But I am the captain. I am at the helm. I am in control. And no storm is stronger than me, no wave is bigger than me, no wind is more powerful than me. I have navigated countless souls through storms that seemed insurmountable. I have guided innumerable boats through waters that appeared impassable. I have steered multitudes to safety through circumstances that looked hopeless. I will do the same for you. You will not sink. That is my promise. That is my guarantee. That is my commitment to you. And if you happen to fall into the deep waters, from there I will take you out, and I will do it with much love, with the intention that you also believe in the value I give you. Sometimes, despite my best efforts to keep you in the boat, you jump out. You make a choice that puts you in danger. You take a step that leads to trouble. You go your own way instead of following my leading. And you find yourself in deep water over your head, unable to touch bottom, struggling to stay afloat. But even then, even when you find yourself there by your own choices, even when you created the problem yourself, even when it is your fault you are drowning, I dive in after you. I reach down into those deep waters. I grab hold of you. I pull you up. I bring you to safety. Not because you deserve it, but because I love you. Not because you earned it, but because I value you. Not because you were smart enough to avoid the danger, but because I am committed to you regardless of your mistakes. You are not a product of chance. Your existence is not a cosmic accident. Your birth was not random happenstance. Your life is not a meaningless series of unconnected events. I planned you. I designed you. I purposed you. Every detail about you was intentional. Your personality, your gifts, your strengths, even your weaknesses that teach you dependence on me. All of it was carefully crafted with specific purposes in mind. I have known you since before you were born. Before your mother knew she was pregnant, I knew you. Before your father met your mother, I had plans for you. Before your grandparents were born, I had you in mind. Before the foundation of the world, I saw you, chose you, loved you, destined you for a relationship with me. I loved you. I gave you a name. Your name is not just a collection of sounds your parents assigned to you. Your name represents your identity, your calling, your destiny, and I gave it to you. I whispered it to your parents or impressed it on their hearts. It means something. It signifies something. It points to who I created you to be and what I destined you to accomplish. You are my daughter, my son. This is not metaphor or spiritual language only. This is legal reality, actual fact, absolute truth. You were born into one family naturally, but I adopted you into my family spiritually. You have citizenship in my kingdom. You have rights and privileges as my child. You have access to my resources. You have my name, my protection, my provision. You belong to me and I belong to you. Let me tell you more about your identity as my child, because understanding who you are will revolutionize how you live. Your identity is not based on what you do, but on whose you are. The world defines you by your performance, your achievements, your productivity, your success. But I define you by your position in my family. You are my child. That is your primary identity. Not your job title, not your role, not your accomplishments, not your failures. You are mine, and that identity cannot be earned, cannot be lost, cannot be diminished, cannot be enhanced. It is fixed, permanent, eternal. When you were adopted into my family, I gave you a new name. Not necessarily a new literal name, though sometimes I do that, but a new identity name. You are no longer orphan. You are son. You are daughter. You are no longer abandoned. You are chosen. You are no longer rejected. You are accepted. You are no longer unwanted. You are beloved. These are not aspirational names, things you hope to become someday. These are actual names, your current reality, who you are right now. As my child, you have full rights of inheritance. Everything I have is yours, not just spiritual blessings in heavenly places, though you have those, but practical resources for earthly living, my wisdom for your decisions, my strength for your challenges, my peace for your anxieties, my joy for your sorrows, my provision for your needs. All of it is yours by inheritance, not by earning. You did not work for it. You cannot work for it. It is yours because you are my child, and children inherit from their father. As my child, you have my nature. You are partaker of my divine nature. This does not make you divine in the same way I am divine, but it means my nature, my character, my qualities are being reproduced in you, my love flowing through you, my patience developing in you, my kindness expressing through you, my goodness growing in you, my faithfulness being established in you, my gentleness softening you, My self-control strengthening you. This is not you trying to be better. This is my nature in you producing fruit that reflects who I am. As my child, you have my protection. No one can snatch you out of my hand. The enemy cannot take you. Circumstances cannot destroy you. People cannot separate you from my love. You are secure, safe, protected not by your ability to hold on to me, but by my power to hold on to you. And my grip is strong, unbreakable, eternal. As my child, you have access to me at all times. You do not need an appointment. You do not need a mediator beyond my Son who has already opened the way. You do not need to work yourself up to some spiritual state before you can approach me. You can come anytime, about anything, in any condition. Bold, confident, assured not because you are so good, but because I am so gracious. As my child, you represent me in the earth. You are my ambassador, my representative, my spokesperson. When people see you, they should get a glimpse of me. When people interact with you, they should experience something of my character. When people hear you, they should sense my voice. This is a high calling, a serious responsibility, an incredible privilege. You carry my presence, my name, my reputation wherever you go. As my child, you have a destiny. Not just a random life, not just survival until you die, but a specific purpose, particular assignments, unique contributions that only you can make. I created you for good works that I prepared beforehand for you to walk in, not works you figure out on your own, not works you create for yourself, but works I already planned, already prepared, already assigned to you. Your job is not to create your purpose, but to discover the purpose I already created for you. As my child, you are being trained for reigning. This earthly life is not your final destination. It is training ground, preparation phase, development season for the eternal role I have planned for you. You are learning now what you will need to know then. You are developing now the character you will need then. You are being tested now, so you will be trusted then. Every challenge you face is developing capacity. Every trial you overcome is building strength. Every difficulty you endure is producing endurance that will serve you not just in this life, but in the life to come. As my child, you have my discipline. This is not punishment. This is training. When you go the wrong direction, I correct you. When you make poor choices, I redirect you. When you develop harmful patterns, I intervene. Not because I am angry, but because I love you too much to let you destroy yourself. Discipline is proof of sonship. If I did not discipline you, that would prove you are not really my child. But because you are my child, I love you enough to correct you, train you, develop you into everything I created you to be. As my child, you have my attention. I am never too busy for you. I am never distracted from you. I am never preoccupied with other things to the point that I ignore you. You have my full attention, my complete focus, my undivided concentration. When you speak, I listen. When you hurt, I feel it. When you rejoice, I celebrate. I am fully present with you, fully engaged in your life, fully committed to your well-being. As my child, you have my delight. I do not just love you out of obligation. I do not just care for you out of duty. I actually enjoy you. I take pleasure in you. I delight in you. Like a father delights in his child's first steps, first words, first accomplishments. I delight in you. Not just when you succeed, but always. When you are growing, I delight. When you are struggling, I delight that you keep trying. When you are failing, I delight that you have not given up. My delight in you is not based on your perfection, but on your position as my child. So live from this identity, not for this identity, but from it. You already are my child. You do not need to become my child. You do not need to earn the right to be called my child. You already are. Now live from that reality. Make decisions as my child. Face challenges as my child. Interact with others as my child. Respond to circumstances as my child. Walk through your day with the confidence, security, boldness, peace that comes from knowing whose you are. No one will snatch you from this holy hand that holds you with affection. My grip on you is secure, firm, unbreakable. No devil can pry you from my hand. No person can tear you away. No circumstance can separate us. My hand that formed galaxies, that set stars in space, that holds oceans in its palm, that hand holds you. And it holds you not roughly or carelessly, but with affection, tenderness, gentleness. Like a father holds a newborn baby, like a shepherd carries a wounded lamb, like a bridegroom embraces his bride. That is how I hold you. I have come to give you abundant life in happiness and joy, to provide you with what you need, to multiply your blessings, to prosper you in the midst of world conflict, so that you share this message with all those who need my unconditional love in their lives. Listen to me once more. These are not the last words I will ever speak to you. This is not our final conversation. This is one encounter among many, one message among multitudes, one moment in an ongoing relationship that will last forever. But listen now, in this moment, to what I am saying. Pay attention. Focus. Receive. Let my words sink deep into your soul. Take root in your heart. Transform your thinking. Come back tomorrow. Here I wait for you to bless you and embrace you with this pure love and this sincere affection. Tomorrow when you wake up, I will be here waiting, not impatiently tapping my foot, not annoyed that you are coming again with more needs, not tired of hearing from you. I will be eagerly anticipating our time together, excitedly preparing blessings to pour out on you, joyfully readying my arms to embrace you. This is a daily appointment, a standing invitation, an open door. Come back tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after that, every single day for the rest of your life. I am here waiting to bless you with pure love that has no ulterior motives, no hidden agendas, no strings attached, and sincere affection that is genuine, authentic, real. Tell me that you also love me. I have told you repeatedly that I love you. I have demonstrated it through my sacrifice. I have proven it through my faithfulness. Now I want to hear it from you. Not because I need your affirmation to feel secure, not because I doubt your love, but because expressing love strengthens the relationship. When you verbalize your love for me, it reinforces that love in your own heart. When you declare it out loud, it solidifies it in your soul. When you tell me you love me, you are reminding yourself of your commitment, renewing your covenant, reaffirming your dedication. So tell me, say it out loud. I love you, God. I love you with all my heart. I love you with all my soul. I love you with all my mind. I love you with all my strength. I am your shepherd, you shall not want. A shepherd provides everything his sheep need: food, water, shelter, protection, guidance, care. You are my sheep. I am your shepherd. Therefore you lack nothing essential. You may not have everything you want, but you have everything you need. You may not possess every luxury, but you possess every necessity. I ensure that you do not lack provision, protection, direction, or love. You shall not want because I supply all your needs according to my riches. I am your friend. You will never be alone. Friendship is more than acquaintance. It is intimate relationship, deep connection, mutual affection. I am not just your God in heaven, distant and unapproachable. I am your friend, close and accessible. I know you fully and love you completely. I understand your struggles and I care about your concerns. I am with you always, in every moment, in every circumstance, in every location. You will never be alone because I will never leave you. You will never be abandoned because I will never forsake you. Even when every human friend disappoints you, abandons you, betrays you, I remain. I am your God. I love you. This is my identity and my disposition toward you. I am God, the creator of the universe, the ruler of all things, the source of all power. And I love you, not humanity in general, not people in the abstract, but you specifically, individually, personally. You with your name, your face, your story, your struggles, your dreams, your fears. I love you. I will never fail you. Humans fail. Even the best people let you down sometimes. They forget promises, break commitments, disappoint expectations. But I am not human. I do not fail. What I promise, I perform. What I commit to, I complete. What I start, I finish. I will never fail to love you, never fail to provide for you, never fail to protect you, never fail to fulfill my promises to you. On this day you will rise with desires to live, to fight, to get ahead, not to abandon your dreams, because today you will believe my word. You will understand in your soul, and you will know that it is possible to overcome all obstacles and afflictions. Today marks a turning point. Today, something shifts. Today, faith rises. Today, hope returns. Today you will get out of bed not with dread but with desire. Desire to live fully, not just exist. Desire to fight for what matters, not just surrender. Desire to get ahead, not just survive. And you will not abandon your dreams. Those dreams I planted in your heart. Those visions I gave you for your future. Those hopes that once burned bright but have grown dim. You will not abandon them. You will dust them off, revive them, pursue them again. Because today you will believe my word. You will trust that what I said is true, that what I promised will happen, that what I declared will come to pass. You will understand in your soul, not just intellectually grasp it, but deeply, profoundly comprehend it in the core of your being. And you will know that it is possible to overcome all obstacles and afflictions. Not maybe, not hopefully, not possibly. You will know with certainty, with assurance, with confidence. You will have victory even in your most difficult situations, and you will be happy despite all the negative things that may attack you. Victory is not the absence of conflict. Victory is overcoming in the midst of conflict. Happiness is not the absence of negative circumstances. Happiness is maintaining joy despite negative circumstances. You will have both. Victory that triumphs over every challenge. Happiness that persists through every trial. Not because your situations change, but because you change. Not because your circumstances improve, but because your perspective transforms. Not because your problems disappear, but because my presence empowers you to overcome them. You can achieve it because I am giving you strength. I am giving you firmness of character and solid faith, so you do not fear adverse situations that try to stop you and discourage you in your fight for a better future. You cannot do this on your own. You do not have sufficient strength, adequate character, or enough faith in yourself. But I am giving you what you lack. Supernatural strength that surpasses your natural ability. Firmness of character that does not waver when tested. Solid faith that does not crumble under pressure. With these gifts from me, you do not need to fear anything. Adverse situations will come. They will try to stop you, discourage you, defeat you. But they will not succeed, because the strength I give is greater than any obstacle. The character I build is stronger than any challenge. The faith I impart is more powerful than any circumstance. Your better future is assured, guaranteed, certain. Not because you are capable, but because I am capable. Not because you are strong, but because I am strong. Not because you have faith in yourself, but because you have faith in me. You have opened your heart to me so I can be in your life, your God and Lord. And this is your most important and powerful decision. Many decisions you will make in life are significant. Choosing your career, selecting your spouse, deciding where to live, determining how to raise your children. All of these are important decisions with lasting consequences. But none compare to this decision, the decision to open your heart to me, to surrender your life to my lordship, to accept my authority over every area of your existence. This decision affects not just this life, but eternity. This decision determines not just your circumstances, but your destiny. This decision impacts not just you, but everyone whose life you touch. It is the most important decision because it repositions you from rebel to child, from lost to found, from dead to alive. It is the most powerful decision because it unleashes my power to work in you and through you, to transform you from the inside out, to accomplish through you things you could never accomplish on your own. The enemy will try to oppose your plans, but always come before me in prayer. The moment you make this decision to follow me, you become a threat to the enemy's kingdom. You shift from his territory to mine. You move from his control to my authority, and he does not like it. So he will attack. He will oppose. He will try to discourage, distract, deceive, defeat you. He will send obstacles to block your path. He will create problems to slow your progress. He will use people to hurt you, circumstances to overwhelm you, thoughts to condemn you. But you have a weapon more powerful than all his attacks: prayer. When you come before me in prayer, you access my wisdom to know how to respond. You tap into my strength to stand firm. You release my power to defeat every scheme of the enemy. Prayer is not a last resort when everything else has failed. Prayer is the first action before anything else is attempted. And before starting your projects, entrust your life to me. Give me all the control, and I will not let you sail adrift. Control is what most people fight to maintain. They want to be in charge of their own lives, make their own decisions, chart their own course.